and gentlemen, in the ring, six-man tag team action. The Hardriders, Frank and Rick, and their partner, Michael P.S. Hayes, taking on the Youngbloods, Chris and Mark, and their partner, the Junkyard Dog. I've been joined here by Chris Adams. Chris, what a great match earlier in the night with Tully Blanchard. I was a little bit afraid it was going to get out of hands, but the truth is you two guys pushed the envelope, but it was a great wrestling match.
You know what? I feel really, really good, Joe. I mean, I'm tired now. I'm even puffing and panting as we speak. But you know, Tully Blanchard's a fantastic wrestler. I really thought that he was going to go overboard, but he didn't. He
stayed within the rules.
He stayed within the rules. He stretched the rules to the limit. We nearly sparked off, I'd say at least 20 times, but we didn't. We stayed within the rules, especially he stayed within the rules, and I feel secure and good about that man right now.
All right, let's talk about the match in the ring. Six-man tag action. The Youngbloods you are very familiar with, as well as the Junkyard Dog. These men, the Hardriders, have only been in the NWA now for about a month, but with Michael Hayes at their side as their creative consultant, they've really made a mark on the NWA in the tag team division already.
Well, they have, you know, but, you know, earlier on in the program, Michael Hayes was talking about shortcuts. And if there's any man that takes shortcuts, I thought it would be Tully Blanchard, but it's not. You know, Michael Hayes takes shortcuts. He's teaching the Hardriders to take shortcuts. And, you know, if you want to take a shortcut in professional wrestling, then in the end, you're going to come unstuck. And Michael Hayes, your day is coming, believe you me.
Well, as you can see, Youngblood now with almost a 3 count. I mean, within a hair's breadth of a 3 count on that. Tags his brother.
You know, you got to see the difference here. The Youngbloods, great talent, great teamwork. Not like the undercutting experience, you know, of Michael Hayes. He's been in the business. He's older than water, you know. He's been in the business before anybody else started professional wrestling. But the thing is, he is good. He does know what he's doing. He does take shortcuts to win. And I guess that's his way of, you know.
As you can see, he's an expert at it. Michael Hayes keeping the referee tied up while the Hardriders double teaming on Chris Youngblood.
Well, he's very manipulative,
Chris trying
Michael
to fight
Hayes.
out, and he does. Fights out.
See, Hayes panics. When he can't manipulate the whole thing, Hayes panics, and that's the way he is. And for a while there, I did think that Tully Blanchard was going to be just like Michael Hayes. But I have to say, Joe, he is not. He is all the man and more than I expected him to be. Tully Blanchard, you're okay with me.
All right, Michael Hayes throws him in. Now it comes over, and Chris Youngblood is down, and he got out of the way, and there's a chop. Hayes not real happy with the way that turned out.
The Youngbloods, you know, been in the business a long time. They are second-generation wrestlers. Their father was a great wrestler himself, and they have some fantastic tag team moves. I really enjoy watching these guys.
All right, this Michael Hayes thinks he's outsmarted Chris Youngblood. Turns around right into a chop. Oh, and there is Youngblood doing that Fantasia walk that P.S. Hayes does so well, and I don't think that Michael liked that too much.
No, he's a coward, you know, like the color of his hair suits him right down to the ground, you know, yellow, and that's Michael Hayes. He starts from the hair all the way down to the streak in his back.
Chris, I know you've got to leave. I know you can't stick around, but I want to tell you how much I appreciate you being here and talking to us about your match with Tully and about the match we've got going on in the ring.
Well, thank you, Joe, and thanks for having me. All the best to the Youngbloods and JYD.
All right, that's Chris Adams. He's going to go to the back. I understand that there's some consultation, needed in the back. The next big match coming up, Sam Houston and Buddy Landell. Adams very knowledgeable of Buddy Landell, so I'm sure he's going to go back there and talk to Sam Houston about it. In the meantime, Hardrider Frank in the ring. And he is wearing down Mark Youngblood, and now he's going to take him and throw him into the boot of his partner, Rick. One thing that Michael Hayes has taught this team, keep your opponent in your corner, and obviously he has taught them well because that's exactly what they're doing. Hardrider Rick stomping on Mark Youngblood. Now they're right back in the corner, and once again, everybody taking their turn on Mark Youngblood. Michael Hayes with a chop. And now fist after fist after fist on Mark Youngblood by Michael Hayes. The referee counts him all, and now there you see him strutting his stuff, and there's the walk. Want to make fun of Michael Hayes? You'll probably end up paying for it. That was the message that he just sent to everybody. Right back into the corner, and again, triple teaming coming on Mark Youngblood by the Hardriders and Michael Hayes. Brings him over, and now pulling back on that chin. The referee asking Mark Youngblood if he wants to give up. He says no. Junkyard Dog, as you can see, trying to motivate Mark Youngblood, trying to get Mark Youngblood back over to the corner so that there can be a tag. There you see Chris Youngblood looking on. Mark now trying to come back. 3 straight elbows, 4 elbows. Into the ropes and off with a shoulder block. Youngblood needs to make a tag. He needs to get over and make a tag. Youngblood trying to get over for the tag, but not able to get there. Let me tell you something, folks. You can see a difference in this team since Michael Hayes took over as their creative consultant. The roughhouse tactics are there, but so is the tag team wrestling. That's unfortunate for a lot of the tag teams here in the NWA. Michael Hayes with that look on his face. Folks, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for having us in your home on this Saturday morning. We appreciate the fact that you tuned in to see great NWA wrestling. And if you folks in Dallas who are watching us on KDFI, make your plans tonight to be at the Sportatorium. You will see tremendous action like you are seeing right here in the ring coming up tonight, plus the advantage of that old-timers night that we talked about. Youngblood comes off with an elbow, this time with a foot. The Hardrider is down. Youngblood gets over to make the tag, and in comes the Junkyard Dog. The referee is saying they didn't make the tag. He didn't see it. And look at this. They are just pounding on Youngblood. Folks, this is why the wrestlers will tell you that sometimes in a 6-man tag, maybe there ought to be 2 referees. Now all 6 men are in the ring. Michael Hayes headbutted by the Junkyard Dog. Hardrider Frank headbutted by the Junkyard Dog. Junkyard going after Michael Hayes again. Junkyard Dog just puts the head of Michael Hayes and Frank together. And now Mark Youngblood has rejoined. All 6 men now involved in this fracas. Junkyard Dog in the ring. Michael Hayes goes out of the ring. Junkyard comes off. Clothesline on Frank. Michael Hayes has got a chain. He's got that chain in his hand. Junkyard's got him down. Hayes comes in and gloves him from behind. Wait a minute. The referee is going to count. 1, 2, and 3. Oh. A travesty. An absolute travesty. An absolute travesty as the Junkyard Dog goes down because of that chain from Michael Hayes